Hi, I'm Mackenzie Stock, lead author of the paper uncovering the morphological and phylogenetic diversity of mushrooms and pecan orchards in the southwestern United States. This paper was recently published in the journal Fungal Biology along with co-authors Dr. Richard Hirama, Jennifer Randall, Adriana Romero Olivares, Samuel Belteton, Ciro Velasco Cruz, and Nicole Petraziak. In this short video, I'd like to share some exciting findings from our study on fungi in pecan orchards throughout the Southwest. Pecans are one of the most important specialty crops in the Southwest, where New Mexico and Arizona are major pecan producers. Maintaining healthy, productive orchards is essential for pecan agriculture. In addition to pecan trees, orchard agroecosystems are also home to a diverse array of fungi and other organisms. Beneath our feet is a wide variety of fungal life that can play a big role in tree health, nutrient cycling, and orchard productivity. Fungi are essential partners in soil health. They help trees access nutrients, build soil structure, break down organic matter, and even protect roots from stress. But not all fungi do the same job. Two major groups matter here. Mycorrhizal fungi form partnerships with plant roots. You can think of them as an extension of the root system. They help trees uptake nutrients, especially phosphorus, and in return get sugars from the plant. Saprotrophic fungi are decomposers. They break down leaves, wood, and organic material, recycling nutrients back into the soil. Not all fungi form mushrooms, but mushrooms can serve as easily identifiable indicators of underground fungal networks and functions which are important for pecan tree health and agriculture. In our study, we focused on surveying the fruiting bodies of mushrooms that form in pecan orchards in California, Arizona, New Mexico, and West Texas. We worked with growers who alerted us when mushrooms were present in their orchards. We would visit each orchard to examine mushroom morphology or physical characteristics in the orchard. We also noted management characteristics, especially the use of cover crops or bare soil, and whether the mushroom was found within the tree row or in alleyways between tree rows. In the lab, we extracted and sequenced the mushroom DNA to get a more certain identification of each species, and we were able to construct a phylogenetic tree of fungi, similar to a family tree. In simple terms, we asked which fungi live in these orchards and where are they showing up. We combined field sampling, like walking the orchard and collecting mushrooms, laboratory identification through morphology and DNA, and statistical modeling to link fungal presence to orchard floor conditions. Here are some of the key findings for our study. First, fungal diversity is quite rich, even in pecan orchards of the hot, semi-arid Southwest. We identified 31 different taxa, 22 saprotrophs, and 9 mycorrhizal species. 11 of these were reported in pecan orchards for the first time. This figure here shows the different morphology or physical appearance of mushrooms we found in pecan orchards. Second, these results compare and contrast with those of other pecan mushroom studies. Scleroderma, tuber, and Candelamyces species have also been found in pecan orchards in Georgia in the southeastern United States, and Pisolithus and Agaricus deserticola were also found in pecan orchards in La Comarca Lagunera, Mexico. This figure here is a phylogenetic tree, which shows evolutionary relationships among the fungi we found. Our samples are highlighted in green. This is a little bit like a family tree, but for the fungi we saw and their relatives. These mushrooms potentially serve important roles for pecan trees. For example, these are Scleroderma mushrooms. They're tough, yellow-brown mushrooms that look a little bit like a potato. They're commonly called earth balls. They are mycorrhizal fungi known for forming strong, resilient root partnerships, and many species are commonly used in mycorrhizal inoculants. A lot of them look pretty similar, so they're difficult to distinguish based on physical characteristics alone. This is where doing DNA analysis in the lab really helped us to understand which species we were seeing in pecan orchards. Pisolithus tinctorius is a dark brown, powdery mushroom with unglamorous common names such as the dog turd fungus or dead man's foot. What this mushroom lacks in beauty, though, it makes up for in mycorrhizal abilities. These thrive in nutrient-poor, sandy, or disturbed soils and can form partnerships with the roots of many plants, including pecan. Tuberlini is a lumpy mushroom that grows just beneath the Earth's surface and has a strong odor. In addition to its mycorrhizal abilities, tuberlini, or the pecan truffle, is an edible mushroom related to the valuable black and white truffles. While not a popular edible variety yet, it may serve as another revenue source for pecan growers if widely cultivated. Agaricus deserticola is a desert-adapted mushroom native to the deserts of the Southwest. It's saprotrophic and works to break down dead and decaying plant litter like leaves and prunings in pecan orchards. Other saprotrophs play similar roles in pecan orchards as decomposers. Agaricus deserticola highlights how natural ecosystems and agroecosystems interact. We also found that mycorrhizal fungal fruiting bodies were found closer to the tree, which is consistent with the idea that they're associating with tree roots. Saprotrophs were more often found in alleys or where plant litter was readily available. So spatial arrangement inside the orchard matters for fungal ecology. Similarly, orchards with cover crops were more likely to host saprotrophic fungi, which makes sense because the plant litter from the cover crops can serve as a nutrient source for saprotrophic fungi. Importantly, none of the mushrooms we found were known pathogens. To conclude, this was the first study to take a closer look at the mushrooms living in pecan orchards of the southwestern United States. Even though this is a dry region, we found a surprisingly large number of mushroom-forming fungi, 31 different taxa, ranging from root-partnering mycorrhizal fungi like Pisolathus and Scleroderma to decomposers like Agaricus. These fungi come in many shapes and play different roles, from helping trees take up nutrients to breaking down organic matter in the soil. Our work shows that southwestern pecan orchards support a unique and surprisingly diverse fungal community. It also highlights that mushrooms themselves can serve as visible indicators of the kinds of fungi living below ground and the functions they may be performing. Our research opens the door for future studies on how these fungi support tree health, and it encourages growers to pay attention to the mushrooms they see in their orchards as clues to their soil's biological activity. We would like to thank our funding source, USDA NIFA grant Trees for the Future, for making this research possible. Thank you so much for listening, and if you have any questions, feel free to reach out via email.